What's up, guys? Welcome back. So now that we have the profile published in that first section, this is what would happen next. So this is my actual profile, and I'll just take you through the different parts here because as you see, I was able to, once you do get published, you can go in and add these other sections. And so let's go through some of the other important sections and things that will happen maybe in the future as you're developing your profile. Some of the things that you probably won't have access to yet is the JSS score because you don't have enough work on there. Once you guys start accumulating jobs, getting the reviews, that's when you'll start to have a JSS score. Then there's these badges, and the first thing that you could actually get real quickly is the Rising Talent Badge. And I've seen people get this very quickly, like only 1 job in, 2 jobs in, and they can get that badge. So that's something you can get real early. And then the certifications here, which is something you can start to be adding using the Credly stuff like that. So you can go right down here just to skip forward and you could start adding those certifications. So you could start to incorporate those certifications pretty early. And again, it's like everything else, the more the merrier. Add it in, guys. It's just going to help your credibility, especially early on because you don't have these reviews yet. So I mentioned in the other video that there's different subcategories, and I do think this is a good idea, but just start focusing on the all work, and then you can make subcategories. And you can click right here and start to go into some of the different categories. I'm not going to do that right now. Let's just go back for right now. But you can make the subcategories within the settings. This is where the bio shows up over here. This is what we worked on in the beginning, but I can go through this now that I have it open, and just to kind of show you guys just the amount that I'm putting on here. And this is something that I feel like I need to add on to. I've seen some better instances of organization that I'd like to apply into, but this hasn't changed much. I think what I've taken off, which I should be putting back, is listing out more of the platforms that I work with. So I used to have like an ongoing list of different platforms, but I kind of shifted it and moved it to the first because I thought that maybe this would hit a little harder, because remember, we want that first sentence to really pop. And so I'm getting right into it. Top 1% expert vetted, top rated plus marketing automation, AI funnel sales expert with over 20 years experience building custom evergreen funnels, leveraging LinkedIn and these other platforms. So I'm trying to hit hard, and then I'm going into, actual use cases, terminology that will show that like I know what I'm talking about, and, kind of like a call to action at the end. I'm trying to talk to them. But I'll tell you what, beyond the bio, and this is something that you can't do when you first make the profile, but over here, and I'll try to send you guys over to a lot of like what clients say to me like right off the bat, but so many clients watch this intro video, and I think it's just so important.
If automation
to
evergreen sales
to include. So as you see, like just let it play out.
You're leaving money on the table and spending your precious time and energy on the wrong tasks. Let me show you how a powerful blend of automation and strategically timed, impactful digital marketing can revolutionize your business operations, generate sales or appointments, organize your pipeline, and free up your time. But maybe you already know this, and that's why you're here. So let's talk about me. I'm Adam Palmer, a leading expert in automation and evergreen sales funnels.
This was all scripted too, guys.
For over 2 decades with my hands in web development, email automation, design, ad buying, conversion optimization, funnels, and sales copywriting. I'm familiar with every trendy digital marketing and CRM platform out there like HubSpot, ActiveCampaign, Go High Level, ClickFunnels, etc. And I view them as the central nervous system to mostly all of the business systems that I'm constructing for my clients. Yes, I'm very well-rounded, and yes, I'm on the pricier side. But you know what's more expensive? a freelancer who doesn't know what they're doing and wastes your time and money. At this point, I guarantee you that I've built what you need in a similar industry and helped clients like you many times. I've generated hundreds of millions, yes, hundreds of millions in sales for my clients, transforming their businesses into automation powerhouses. I talk the talk and I walk the walk. I don't want to lead with this because I'd rather my work and wisdom speak for itself, but I'm proud to be one of the first expert vetted freelancers on Upwork, and I've maintained my top rated plus status for over 8 years. And as you see, I've collected tons of awesome and entertaining reviews from all sorts of happy clients. I've had the privilege of collaborating with industry heavyweights like Neil Patel, Lewis Howes, Chad Moretta, Chris Chico, Tom Hegna, Arman Asadi, and Beth Kirby, just to name a few. And I continue to grow my list of satisfied clients. I'm dedicated to delivering top.
So I know that we're like only halfway through, but listen, guys, it just goes to show you, like, so many people have watched this video fully through. So anybody that's going to tell you, like, oh, keep it short form, blah, 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 they're not entirely right. Because, again, if you think about it from the client's perspective, if you're saying the things that they want to hear, it's really going to open up the possibilities for them to really like you. Like, I get on these calls and they feel like they know me. It's crazy.
And I don't just advise clients on evergreen sales funnels. I also run several successful ones on my own. Plus, I've authored 5-star reviewed book on freelancing and continue to coach thousands of freelancers. So I understand niche marketing probably better than most freelancers you may be considering. Additionally, I run Automate Scale, one of the largest top-rated digital marketing agencies here on Upwork. And here we build powerful online evergreen business systems across a diverse range of industries. We leverage the power of automation for businesses ranging from info products to e-commerce and SaaS businesses, membership and premium area portals, large ticket purchases, B2C, B2B, and everything in between. We can provide fractional help to cover everything from the top of funnel, that's the tofu, like content marketing and ad buying, the middle of the funnel, mofu, where we surgically construct the lead magnet strategies and minimum viable funnel, all the way down to the bottom of the funnel where we handle churn and work on.
I almost think I should just copy and paste this script into my bio.
We have a platform
I
also
think
available
I
that
nailed
can
it
launch
here.
many of the funnels I create strategies for, and that's generally how I first help new clients like you. I create custom funnel simulations first, so we know exactly what's going to work best for your business. Or you may have an existing funnel you want me to audit, come up with solutions on how to increase your conversions. Ultimately, either work for me. I just want to provide you with a positive return on investment. Look, I'm the top freelancer on this platform for a reason, and my expertise and experience have been featured in numerous national publications and podcasts. Allow me to help you automate and scale your online business. If you're ready to take the leap, please message me now and we can schedule a quick call just to discuss your project and see how I can help. Try to message me today and don't delay, because I receive a lot of different inquiries and I want to make sure we get your project rolling promptly, because time is money. Looking forward to connecting. Thank you.
So it's long. People watch it, trust me. And you know what's cool is it brings you to like your YouTube page. So there's a lot of added benefits to that. But yeah, the sooner you can make a video, I think the better you guys are going to be. And it doesn't need to be you guys in front of the camera. You know, I think that it can be just presenting what's in your portfolio, going through like slides, presentations. It can be that easy, but I think it's extremely effective. I can't tell you how many clients talk about that video before I even get on the phone. So they're kind of like pre-sold. And that's the idea of your profile at the end of the day, is to sell the clients. So you're not going to use the proposals to sell the clients. The proposals are going to be your hook to get them to look into your profile, and then your profile is going to do your selling for you. So if we go over to here, you know, I think having the availability badge is always going to be good. You're going to have to spend some money on Connect to be part of this. Again, that's just part of the process these days. I will tell you, if you land a great job, it will pay for all of the Connects that you'll ever spend, ever. So just, again, keep that in mind with the fees and everything like that. It's part of that same conversation where if you keep doing what you're supposed to be doing, these fees and the Connects will be a non-issue. As far as boosting profiles, I may want to consider this if I had some money to burn and I was brand new. But at this point, I can have my, my profile speak for itself. I think that will happen for you too once you get your first several reviews, and you should have those kind of small goals in mind. I think it would be a good idea. But yeah, I don't think right now it'd be the best thing for me to spend money there, but maybe. But if I definitely needed to get exposure, I would consider it more. They have this now where you can be online for consultations right now. This could be good if you're trying to be one of these people that's like Johnny on the spot and can help with a technical problem very quickly. You see over here, this is where that other information shows up, like with the native languages and stuff like that, which is interesting because I used to put that I knew a little French here, but I wonder if they took it off. What's added? Basic. But I kind of know some basic level French. So add as much as possible over here. This is where that Penn State shows up. I don't have any diversity certifications. The LinkedIn accounts, linked accounts. You used to be able to hook in LinkedIn, but not anymore. But I would suggest if you are in the engineering space, if you're comps, if you're going to be coding, things like that, attach your GitHub, attach your Stack Overflow. This is really nice for developers to be able to come forward with what they exactly have. You see down here, this is my agency down here. When you get paired up with an agency, it would show up. So that's pretty straightforward. And just going into this consultation area, this is a type of project catalog right here. And as you see, it's very similar to the way the projects are built. And we'll get into this in a separate video, but you basically go through, you put your pricing, your availability requirements, the gallery, like the different thumbnails that you're going to have, how it's going to work. It's very nice to lay everything out. I don't think consultations are probably going to be something that you guys are going to be selling a lot of early on. So I may even want to dismiss that if I were you until you get dialed in a little more. I'm selling these sometimes, but the main bread and butter is to get the fixed price jobs or hourly based. You see one of the most prevalent parts though is the reviews. Upwork highlights a lot of reviews. This is something, again, for the short-term goal is to get some points on the board, get those reviews made. And then once you get past the reviews, you'll see how important the portfolio does show up. And especially early on, if you don't have a lot of reviews and stuff like that, this is what clients are going to pay attention to. And so you really do want to invest a lot of time making sure these look good. And they highlight all the different granular things that you do. Because again, if clients don't know you do something, they're not going to know. And especially if you're bidding for a specific job, make sure that if you're bidding for a specific job, there's a follow-up portfolio item that can provide that continuity. Because all too often, people are bidding on jobs and then their portfolio doesn't reflect the skill set required to do that job. So I would break out mostly all your different stuff. The more the merrier. It's like everything else. To do case studies, to break out specific things that you want. I mean, I was better about this back in the day, but I was pretty gung-ho about creating different portfolio items, talking about client work that I did, sharing some of my process, my flows, going into case studies, highlighting different platforms that I work with, showing some of the output of what I give to people, because then they can imagine those different items being created for them. And that's ultimately what they want. The most successful conversations that I have with clients are when they kind of know what the next step is already because they've seen some of my other stuffs and they they have their expectations already kind of created and everything's in line. You see that when we first created all those skills, how they show up here. Again, this is all very good and searchable. This is the stuff that when people post jobs and Upwork recommends who to invite, this is the stuff it's going to latch onto in conjunction with obviously other quantifiable metrics and other scores, work that, historic work that they've done. But this is pretty straightforward. So the more skills you have, the more Upwork's going to know. And then this is the project catalog area. This is what I was saying is a great grab for new clients because they can message you through it, see what you can do. So I really took the advantage here in breaking out a lot of the things that I do for clients and put it into a digestible, productized offering. So now they can get their heads wrapped around like what I can do for them. Remember, it's always what the clients are always thinking about themselves, right? And then if we scroll down, you see the testimonial area. And this, guys, if you are new, this is definitely an area that you can invite people off the platform or even on the platform, and they can write a testimonial. And you can get a lot of these. I've seen some great profiles do a good job in inviting them. I'm obviously bad at it, and I should do better. And then here are the certifications like we talked about earlier. Keep adding those. We're actually going to be providing a bunch of certifications internally through the different courses that we're building. So we're going to actually start to certify automation experts, marketing experts, designers, copywriters, the whole nine, everybody that's in conjunction with like automating and scaling and marketing and stuff like that. So that's what we're going to start doing. And if you want some certifications and things like that, you're more than welcome to join some of those kind of learning paths. And here's where the employment history shows up. This is probably something, again, I can do a better job with, but you do see that you can link it all here. And what's cool too is putting in other experiences. I put in our agency, but what's nice is you can I know that we talked about not clicking off the page, but hey, it is like almost like a backlink that you can provide with your agency to give it a little more authority. So I think this is mostly everything. Again, you can change your rate per sub. Guys, I would keep everything the same, or else you're going to have that similar haggling situation where the client like sees the lowest rate and then they try to get that rate because that's what they're going to do. And I guess lastly, let me just click into the profile settings to see. No, they're going to make me authenticate. I'm not going to do that right now. So this is mostly everything though, in conjunction with like the forward facing. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments and we can continue off of this if anything changes, because everything always does change in the Upwork profile stuff. So if they add anything, we'll be sure to update this thread within the course community. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful. We're going to wrap up this kind of profile creation series. I also want to find awesome profiles that I've reviewed in the past, other ones that are crushing it. If you guys find any, please provide links and we'll keep adding to this thread of just like killer profiles that, look at them, see what they're doing. And I'm not saying copy and paste, but get some ideas that should be able to carry right over to yours. So we'll get some practical examples here that you can utilize. And I hope though that this has been useful for you guys to kind of see it from the client's perspective, the Upwork algorithm perspective, the freelance perspective. But yeah, ultimately, at the end of the day, we want to provide as much information on this profile as humanly possible, as much as they'll allow you to do. Take advantage of every nook and cranny on this thing. And it's going to be helpful for articulating exactly what you do for these potential clients. Thanks, guys.